is we have the Sven versus the Medusa. Sven obviously pretty good at matching the Medusa's farm. The thing is, you do need to jump in and blow up a hero. Like, Sven's definitely one of those carries where you need to jump in and get a kill straight off the bat if you want to feel good in the fights, and that could be kind of difficult against a Shadow Demon. It's going to be kind of Ari versus Shigetsu in a lot of ways in these fights, which is going to be cool to watch. And yeah, Boom going for the call-out facet, which is... I mean, I've only ever seen Axe play it a handful of times in competitive, and when I've seen it, it has been the one-man army, so call-out's pretty cool.
Yeah. You see hero... They do more damage to you with Blade Mail. That's pretty much it.
Yep, getting a bunch more armor for it as well.
Both teams smoked up, using the smoke to see their position.
Yeah, she got to reveal and immediately run away.
Hiragi actually expects more heroes to be there. He instantly concedes the rune, and he has a right to do so. Yakunka is rotating in. Oh, now Hiragi is...
He's like,
wait, hold.
Maybe? No.
No, there we go.
I always find it so funny when carries do that. Like, do you think they're just not going to take it? Like,
maybe they forgot.
Yeah, I mean, you got to always be ready for mistakes, I guess, or something. But anyway. What do we have? We got Venomous Volley on the Medusa. That makes sense.
Look at Corey, his positioning. He knows that the A is going to wrap around to the tower. And
hello, sir. Yes, Battle Hunger for you. Oh, that's actually maybe a kill. They've got a lot of damage coming out with these Glaives of Wisdom, and that'll be First Blood going to Boom. What a way to start the game for Na'Vi.
Yeah, really, really important First Blood. With Sven and Ancient Apparition, with Ancient Apparition having Bone Chill, they've got pretty good damage to annoy the Axe. But once Axe gets Vanguard, he brushes off the damage from the Sven. He can sustain through the Ancient Apparition. So giving him First Blood is going to be really, really good.
Very important. And also, Ari did a phenomenal job in denying Shigetsu on that first wave as well. So Shigetsu had like an uncontested first wave, but it was under tower a bit. So he really struggled to last hit it. And he also got denied one creep from Ari, and Ari also messed up another last hit on a creep for Shigetsu. So only getting one creep from that first wave is going to feel a little bit bad, especially when your opponent laner got a First Blood. We'll see how that difference comes into play. Meanwhile, at mid, it is Copy versus Nikki Cool.
Do you have some bias in this mid lane matchup by how you introduced them, or?
I mean, how can you not with a name like that, T? This oozes panache. That's...
What, you mean Copy? Yeah, that's great.
Excellent. Dealing with the Ricky pressure, welcome, focusing on the last hits, so it's down at bottom. Queasy and Kaori fighting up against each other. Queasy, by the way, our standout player yesterday. He had two fantastic games.
Yeah, he did pop off. That was like, I mean, if they are to make a run in this tournament, I'm expecting Queasy to be the foundation of each win that they perform in, right? And yeah, we'll see if they can create any of that today. He did have to level win on level 1 though, due to the fact Koyori had Glaive of Wisdom. And you say about mid lane, yeah, Storm was kind of crushing it, right? 16 for 1 to the 10-0. Like, Ricky playing into a static side Storm Spirit. Sounds like you are just going to tank every remnant to the face.
That has been the case. Even when he jumps on him, he still gets hit. Like, it's kind of unfortunate. This matchup doesn't seem good.
I can see in the game it being annoying, right? But the lane, I'm not seeing the, oh boys, we got the Ricky, the Storm's not farming. That is not to be the case.
On the bottom side, Talbaka going on the tower for it, and the kill shot will be there from Queasy. Talbaka getting low in response, but Yuragi's got to be a little careful. He's out of mana now, so getting this kill is not going to be possible. We'll just have to let this one go. Ooh, the kill shot. That was close. That was very, very close. Thankfully, it's percentage-based, so the Medusa basically has to be dead for the kill shot to kill her.
If only Yuragi was able to have a little bit more mana to then try and threaten the Kunkka, but doesn't get the kill, and yeah. Really nice aggression from Runa team in the off lane. They needed one lane to start going well, right? Like, Storm's very slowly out-CSing the Ricky. Axe is complete free farm in the top lane. Even out-denying the Sven. 8 denies to the one of the Sven. Like top lane, Navi's winning. Mid lane, Navi's winning. You need one lane to go well, so yeah. Good to see Kunkka and the winners kind of stepping up to provide something to potentially play on after the laning phase. Don't switch network. It looks
take
pretty
advantage,
despair.
but till the end, maybe dropping here. Boom gets the spin, gets the kill. Well, Ari gets the kill actually, but that's the damage to secure it. That'll be another kill going to this top lane of Na'Vi. So sad watching this Ricky trying to fight Copy in the river. It's just not working.
It's not. Will he? No, he usually. No, he's behind him.
Ooh, he doesn't have tricks, yeah. Close though. He will get the courier. All right. That was nothing because he already got the delivery, but still. Message was sent.
4.5 minute Vanguard on Axe.
Wow. Yeah, that's
yeah,
insane.
He's tanky. He's ready to keep skipping waves.
Yeah, he'll do this all day long now. Skip the wave, bring it to the jungle. Life's going to be good.
Level 5.
Can, till the end, do anything about it? I don't think.
No. No, he can't.
Mr. Creep. Mr. Creep. Ah, he's got him.
Yeah, with how free it is for the Axe right now, I am expecting Ari to potentially move away from the lane, start making some stacks up for himself.
Maybe, but Ari's actually just kind of dying.
Down in the tower, yeah.
Indeed.
It's
Destruction buys him a bit of time. Boom's coming over, as is Kaori. Can they keep Ari alive here? Well, they might just trade the kill and look for till the end instead. McQueasy comes in, says hello to his best in Kaori. Oh, threads the needle with that power shot. Doesn't hit anybody as till the end dies. Ari still on the run. Can he get out of here? I think he might. No. Stun comes out from the Sven. He will not be the boy who lived. Shigetsu brings him down. But Boom gets in front, uses the Battle Hunger, levels up Berserker's Call to try and bring down Shigetsu here. He was holding that point to see if he needed it, decided he did, and that might just get them this kill. Shigetsu getting low. Counter Helix will be coming off in just a second. Not required. They'll get the kill. Boom's on the tower, but he's got a Vanguard. He doesn't really care too much. He's going to keep on fighting, keep on looking at Queasy here. Berserker's Call's available. He doesn't want to use it though, because then he won't have the mana for dunk. So goes for the dunk and gets the kill.
What an uncomfortable start to the fight though. Like, Ari kind of walks in on SD, like, Silence is rotating in, but like, he kind of goes in like 2 seconds too early, and luckily for him, I think the Sven very clearly overchased and presented the turnaround. Axe have an incredible start to this game. 3,600 net worth. Now they kill bottom storm,
that's not good for Runa. The one lane, which was looking like it wasn't going to be a complete shutdown, suddenly gets flipped on its head as Yuragi gets a kill down here and gets his Medusa into the game. Someone needs to start turning things around for Runa.
Okay, slight little error there from Copy, actually enabling his catapult to get aggroed. Ricky then manipulated from the creep wave, and the mid tower pressure does fade because of it. Due to the chaos of top lane, only I think one set of stacks has been made from the Shadow Demon. Not too focused on the jungle, really making sure that the lane has as much pressure as possible.
Yeah, enabling Boom
once again
is good because you're simultaneously shutting down Shigetsu, who's in trouble once again. Boom is going to be frozen solid, but I'm not really sure he cares as long as he's getting the kill on the Sven, which he is. Can he get the kill? No, he cannot. But it doesn't really matter. Shigetsu's dead once again.
Top lane's a
Queasy
disaster.
going to go place some very, very deep vision here into the enemy jungle. Whilst everybody's distracted, see if he can maybe catch out and reduce the farming or something like that. He could get him busy onto Copy, but he's going to save him from the cold feed to make sure that Copy can secure this rune. In fact, he doesn't want the rune, he wants the Ricky, but he's got to be a little careful here. Oh my god, that power shot came so close to finishing off Copy there. That was too close for comfort. Now, Queasy gets himself back.
Nicky Hall's kind of like playing with fire. He doesn't know if there's a sentry on the high ground, but he's still walking into the middle of the river like, they probably don't.
I'll gamble my life on this. Gonna go steal some stacks. Maybe look for the Sven as well, but a big zip across will not be finding him. Shigetsu's already gone south. Tower, easily taken by Boom. Okay, big kill down the bottom side. Albuquerque managing to get the level 6, dropping a boat onto Yuragi's head. Albuquerque, they do bring him down.
Yeah, it's important that you apply pressure somewhere, right? Like, you know Axe is untouchable. You cannot go near him. So I think Na'Vi needs to respect the fact that Axe has kind of a big kind of note above his head, which is like, if he is in lane, don't go near him. Like, once Ancient Apparition hits level 6, Winrunner gets a couple more points in Power Shot, then sure, they probably are going to smoke back to the top side of the map. But until then, if you're Copy on the mid lane, Yuragi on the safe lane, they are the vulnerable heroes that if they overstep their mark, one shackle shot or a smoke screen, with enough heroes, they can go down. But Axe, he's close to untouchable.
Oh yeah, they just don't have it right now. They need some ultis to deal with him. And like their core heroes just don't really deal with him super well either. Run forward. Onto Nikki Cool here. The supports are coming in from Na'Vi, but with the smoke cloud coming down, it makes it really awkward to finish off this kill. And yeah, Ricky will get away, but it does completely push him off the rune, so it shows that Copy will be able to secure the rune, whether it's top or bottom.
They are playing the runes nicely. Na'Vi, they keep rotating every couple of minutes. Short minutes, they're left by themselves.
Yeah, you're not getting an absolute ton from these runes, but
Runa team's desperately trying to get levels, so Winrunner's sucking the XP mid. AA is just pretty much AFK behind this fight top, like, boss. If I'm not level 6, I'm not on the map, I'm not in the game.
I hear a god strength.
Yeah, it's because the AA is just standing next to him like a bad smell, just desperately lapping every bit of XP.
Please, level 6.
I'm XP.
Just level 6 and I'll leave you alone.
Yep, there you go. Oh, I thought the off-screen camera was the AA. I was like, damn. It wasn't.
Yeah, you
They
can.
showed mercy.
It's like Pokemon Yellow where the Pikachu just follows you around everywhere. That's kind of what Shigetsu's experiencing right now with this Ancient Apparition.
He really is.
Oh, he's managed to shake him. He's given him a lane. He said, go play over there. You'll be fine. Axe won't jump you.
Yeah, right, he's level 6.
Hooray!
But Boom has Blink Dagger, but he's hiding on the Courier. And Koryori has smoke behind him, so Boom will push this wave, join the smoke, grab the Blink Dagger. He didn't go for the Blade Mill. As of yet, that'll be the next item.
Yep,
They want a big kill.
The courier
Honestly, a kill on Ricky's quite nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. Till the end is sort of blocking it at the moment.
Kinda. It's a new core to leech XP from.
All right, we'll jump in. But I mean, the Ricky's immediately going to respond to this, but Global Silence coming down, so everybody just silenced up for this fight. But it will be until the end who drops. Queasy jumps in, Focus Fire out onto Ari. Ari turns around and gives him a Demonic Purge. Use your ulti on me, I use my ulti on you. Both going to land onto absolutely nothing, but it does give them the run buff, and Ari just slowly going to get pecked away by Queasy, who will get a kill, but a jump in from Boom onto 2. Where is the follow-up, though? Well, it's enough to kill off Nikki. Cool, the Ricky is dead, but Boom dies in response. Till the end, getting off good damage here. They'll kill off Albacore in the backlines, but Copy's got to be careful. Shigetsu is in. Till the end will die, but Copy dies as well as Queasy kill shots him down. Yuragi trying to get something done in this fight, but he can't really follow up too easily. Queasy getting so much done in that fight, and ultimately, it is just a bit of a trade, one which I would say kind of favors Runa.
Yeah, I'm very much leaning towards Runa, right? The fact that your big 7,000 net worth Axe, you're jumping as support, then Ricky kind of keeps him alive a little bit longer. We are going to see the replay here. And the initiation, slightly delayed in the damage, right? The global as well, not perfectly in sync with the Axe. So spells are cast, prolonging the fight. And Ari, once again, his positioning is very, very deep. The top tier 1 engagement, now here at the mid tier 1. He kind of offers himself up to die to the side of Runa. And sure, Ancient Apparition does buy back for the fight.
And dies again.
And dies again. I think, yeah, if you're Runa, when you're behind this much on tempo due to the Axe, you take any kill you can to feel like you can enter the game as Sven. Slowly throwing up the net worth due to this. 300 gold from Diffusal. You get the Diffusal blade on the Ricky, you play around global, SD or Silencer they show themselves, they're going to be going down. The supports and Na'Vi will need to start respecting the Riki a little bit more.
Axe cool, you know, it's strong, but without the blade mail, it always just feels a little bit underwhelming.
You want to see the Chad item that Copy's buying due to the fact he's against Riki?
I'm not going to check, but I'm going to assume he's just going straight deep. Oh, Arcane picked up by Riki Cool, actually. Poppy didn't get it, and he's about to be frozen solid, but not before he brings down that Riki. Boom, just relentlessly running after till the end. And till the ends of the earth, he will be chased. Poppy gets the kill. Queasy still just kind of chilling. Queasy just seems to be playing a different game. Doesn't ever seem to be jumped. He's just power shotting.
So just to be clear, I said Chad item, right? BKP, that's like respectable, but Chad, my guy's looking at a 4-staff on the stage.
Hell yeah.
Kaya into 4-staff. I mean, fair play, right? There's X boat, you can 4-staff after the X returns you. The cold feet, if you really want to not waste zip mana. There's smoke screen. In essence, it's cheap, it does the job. We'll see if it works out, but on paper, it does do the exact job that you want. Survive the cheap spells they have that threaten me in this one position. If I get away from it, I should be fine. Another smoke though from Na'Vi. The global isn't going on for a minute, so they're simply playing on finding a pickoff, but they have all the heroes to be able to do it. The blade mail. Also on the courier, so I have to go for the twin gate. Delaying that slightly. Gunka very defensive, already doing the X at his own tier 1 tower to ensure he doesn't get picked off. And really nice read from the Gunka, keeping away from the bot side of the map, straight towards his team. They are going to meet both teams running head on into each other. Copy. Oof.
Yeah, he is well known for these big zips on the Storm Spirit at any point in the game.
The 4-staff is complete. I really want to see it work. Like, there's a problem that's been, you know, shown in the game. He knows the item to deal with it. You know, no guide would ever suggest it. So I hope it works. Again, on paper it should.
Boom, getting jumped, going for Ancients here, and they're going to get it killed very, very quickly. The response from Na'Vi is not good so far, and they've got vision down to see them coming around the backlines. This is looking awkward as hell. They're going to lose Ari as well. Global Science comes down, but what's that really doing? Nicky Cool is actually inside of the tricks of the trade when it came down, so he's unaffected. Kaori just going to die. Copy finds absolutely nothing. Yuragi has been seen on the backlines, but he'll be okay. They don't have the damage to take down a Medusa right now.
Na'Vi went from being the one smoking up, looking across the map, but the amount of time they spent to try and find a kill, they got just complacent at the end of the smoke. Just go back to farm, guys. If you didn't find anything, it's okay. But at the same time, Runa team was making the same smoke, looking for their own kill, and just because they did it like 10-15 seconds later, they're the ones to get the kill. It was, you know, a matter of seconds for either team to be the ones to find an advantage from that smoke. And, yeah, Runa team, they are punching themselves into the game. Sven on top of the net worth. I said during the draft, Sven is one of the better heroes at kind of dealing with these skirmishing lineups. He himself likes to skirmish, play around God's strength. Boom. Picks up the great mail, runs top, and dies.
He does a bit, doesn't he?
Oh, disrupt save temporarily.
Hold. Ari coming in, return onto Nicky Cool. The power shot won't connect. Boom's fine. And Nicky Cool until the end and not. And Copy's not done. He's got a bone to pick with Queasy as well. Queasy, run to the trees. He's got the wind run TP out. It's too easy for Queasy. He gets out of there.
I think Boom's going to have to take a step back and kind of rethink how he wants to enter this game. After a fully uncontested lane, to a couple, I say couple, he's had the death of the ancient camp, to respawn, go straight back to the area where he was killed, to then nearly die again. If Ari was not in position, that death, your axe would have gone from being top net worth, commanding the game, to kind of falling in line with all the other cores, and that's not what you want. So Na'Vi very lucky there to keep Boom alive. Of course, that also was without Sven's squad strength. That's what Ancient Apparition thrives, right? Any minute, anywhere on the map. Ice Blast plus enough heroes, you will get deleted. And Boom now finds Nicky Cool. What a roller coaster of a game for Boom. It's great lane into death, into then nearly died, into then a big pick on Ricky. It's oof. Oh.
He's really an all or nothing gamer, isn't he?
It really is. No,
Sort of point out a very unusual usage of the unleashed from the whatever it's called, the neutral item which buffs other neutral items. Using it for the essence ring, so you get 312 bonus health and mana for 10 seconds. Yeah. That's
a nice option.
Quite unusual.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Every bit of health is critical, right? We always talk about patches where the aura was broken here or the heart was broken there, right? But why not buff up an essence ring into your tier 1? I always call it the reset. What's it? Dormant Curio. I see. Okay.
The Dormant Curio. It's got a great name.
It does feel like one of those neutral items where it's like, how bad were your options to go for this one?
No, I think if you're a carry here which doesn't really benefit so much from a little amplification in the early game, then
just invest in the
becomes
next one, right? Yeah,
quite nice. But yeah, I don't think it's. I think it might be a little overpicked, if I'm being completely honest.
I feel like for tier 2, it's good on Essence Ring. It's good on maybe Brigand's Blade, maybe the Mana Drought. It's I feel like everyone's like, it may be good. I tried it on Tumblr, it's pretty funny because it makes you just move a little bit further.
Yeah, boy.
So you get a jump plus, but yeah, that one it's kind of redundant on. But I guess you could make an argument that
on Divine Regalia, tier 5 artifact.
Take it all the way up there. I see.
Yeah, you get plus 26% on your damage. Anyway, Queasy's dying, or is he? Yeah, because Boom's going in deep here, actually, but doesn't really have the backup. Although they've just whiffed so many spells. Ari just using Disruption to kind of just make
Shackle.
Oh, that's a good power shot coming out as the Shackle held them two together. Yuragi, well, going to answer the God Strength with the Stone Gaze. It's such an awkward fight. No one's landing spells here. Nikki Cool jumps in, gets caught by the Gorgon's Grasp. Till the end's going to die in the back lines, and Nikki Cool's gone as well. So Na'Vi taking control now as Copy coming into the front lines. It's going to take a Shackle to the face, and now a power shot to the butt. And now a Torrent up the, But they'll back away. They'll leave him alone.
Bottom tower is under attack.
It's TI qualifiers because I feel like the analysis I want to provide for that fight is a different level to where we're at right now. For obviously the prestige of this tournament, I won't go to the what the hell was that, though, man?
Call it a spaghetti fight. Does that sound correct?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, everyone for themselves. The Runa team, the main struggle in that engagement is the fact that Sven was on the kind of northern side of the fight, whilst Axe kind of forced the rest of his team into kind of the more towards the mid portion of the map. The fact that Sven was all by himself, you never really converted on the damage. And once again, Ari is in position to protect his Axe. And he jumps in. If he doesn't get disrupted there, or of course the global, he's probably going to get hit by the Ice Blast and maybe brought down. The fights will only get easier though for Na'Vi. When Boom picks up the BKB, he doesn't need his supports anymore. He will be very independent.
Why did Ari do that? Why did he just use Demonic Cleanse on himself? It's a pretty important ability. And now the fight's going to take place, and it's not going to be there. Jump on the backlines as Boom trying to find a target. Doesn't use the call just yet, but will finally throw it down onto till the end as Copy jump in Ricky Cool in the backlines. And I imagine he's got enough damage to kill him off here. Yep, Ari's going to make sure he does go down. So 2 kills happening for Na'Vi here. They focus on their targets. A little bit forced there from Runa, I have to say. There's a tier 1 still up. You know they're going to TP in the boys. It's got to be cleaner than that if you want to go for a kill that deep.
The chaos of this game, the turbulence of it, honestly leans towards Navi's favor, right? Yuragi, he only had 1 death in the laning phase. He's got the butterfly. He has the Manta. 1 ultimate orb deep into the Skadi. Sven, unless he gets out of nowhere, like Daedalus and MKB, you're going to need to favor the Medusa in the fight. The amount of kiting that you can do to kind of just eat through the BKB of the Sven to prevent the God Strength feeling good. Navi are in the driving seat. 9,000 gold, 23 minutes in. A smoke up from Runa team. They feel like they have enough to take the fight to Na'Vi, even into the global. They need an explosive entry. They need Sven to convert on the damage. The last couple of fights, he's been isolated. Wrap around. Axe His BKB's coming out on courier. It's about to arrive. So if they find the axe, the BKB just arrived and
he doesn't use it quite yet, but there'll be a disruption from Ari. He's also got the demonic cleanse as well, so I don't really have too many concerns about Boom here. But let's see. Global Silence going to come down. Boom jumps in, gets a call off onto the Sven, the absolute madman. But he will not be deterred. Finally, nope, he's still not dead actually. Ricky trying to chase him. Ricky cool on the chase. Boom, he will finally die, but it's going to cost them so much. Ricky is dead as well. Moving on to Albica as well. Albica with the Lotus Orb coming on out. That little shield of protection. It's not going to deter Copy though. It just keeps clicking and clicking and clicking, and eventually Albica will be dead.
It was a battle of who doesn't want to press BKB. I think the Sven saw the axe not press it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it more like a game of chicken. Like, oh, you know what? I'll wait longer, and then Sven dies. It was, this game is very confusing.
Into live traffic. Anyway, into the Broche pit we shall go.
No, he's going to be big here, right? Again with another disruption to keep the save. Sure, Boom gets Ice Blast, but at this point you might say, why didn't Sven just BKB there? Just continue committing to the fight. You know disruptions on cooldown. You know the axe can't blink. Just get rid of all the slows that are on you. Get right onto the axe. Threaten him during the Ice Blast, but instead he opts to not press it. Gets caught by Copy. And yeah, Na'Vi, the supports, I think they are shining in the fights. Of course, Stolzfrit is doing a lot of work zipping around and threatening everyone. The saves from the disruption, the globals from the silence. As we say that, we come back into Copy zipping around everywhere and just being an absolute menace on the map.
Yeah, Queasy and Harry both going killing spree at the same time until the end shut down once again. Copy looking for Ricky Cool, but he's struggling with this one. Albica, meanwhile, just kind of sitting with the Essence Ring, with the Blade Mail. It'll be a slow death for him as he gets pecked away at by the Medusa. Queasy's still trying to help out with some power shots, but it won't work. 3 heroes dead. All they get for it is a silencer. This game looking like it's kind of getting out of hand here for Runa.
Yeah. There were some signs of life from Runa team based on some good early pickoffs on Axe, but Axe is luckily one of those heroes that like a death or two doesn't really stop his game plan as long as it doesn't compound into like the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th death, right? Like he's kind of allowed 2 or 3 before he kind of falls off, and yeah, his itemization was correct this game. Go for the Blade Mail, the Blink, the BKB. Don't mess around with anything fancy. Some axes go for like Sand and Kaya, and they try to be all cute, and you know they get ags and stuff like this game. All you need to do is find hero, kill hero, and with Ricky Cloud, that's going to kind of be annoying. You can't obviously call inside it. So yeah, boom, good itemization, enables him to have a couple of deaths, but yeah, his team has helped him a lot.
17k gold advantage, a lot of that sitting on the Medusa. Early game we saw the Axe starting to run away with the net worth, but you know, he just kept on brawling, kept on fighting, and that net worth slowly shifts towards the Medusa. Of course, Poppy having a great time in all of these fights. Actually, one thing I really like about the 4 stuff, which I didn't really think of at the time, but it actually means he doesn't have to go BKB at all, which is really, really good.
No, with the Silence and the 4 stuff, that's him done for the rest of the game. He's good to go.
What a dream.
We're also assuming that he's not getting like smoke ganked where a Sven blinks done out of nowhere and he's 100-0'd, right? Like,
I mean, yeah, but if we all itemize for that, then everyone would just build Aeon Disc only every game, so...
Welcome to 7.40. Leaked the new patch. Oh, Storm jumping in once again. I keep saying that.
The 4 stuff. But now he's Atos. Nice what a twist. Doesn't make a difference. And Tildia just gets bonked by Boom, who's happy to pull off the BKB to kill off an AA. Trying to force Yuragi out of position. Yuragi doesn't really care where he is, though. He's got a BKB. Buyback from the Ancient Apparition, so they'll at least have an Ice Blast to work with here. Can't really jump in now on Boom for another 60 seconds, so they will chill.
A minute half on the Aegis. Still a tier 2 tower in the bot lane, and after the pressure is applied top, I kind of like this move. You know, smoke up, play on the fact that you have the vision, Boom, using that vision, but then
jumps past the Ancient Apparition over towards Shigetsu. He wants Shigetsu and he wants him bad, but well, he'll get him, but in all the wrong ways. But doesn't matter. He's dead regardless. Yuragi brings him down. The moment that Skadi is applied to the Sven, it doesn't really feel like there's a way out of the fight for him.
A noble sacrifice from Boom. Finally,
Absolutely.
Ari's not in a position to disrupt him, yeah.
Yeah, it's been the game, hasn't it? It's Boom like leaping in and just Yuragi having a great time because of it.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing for Boom though, as a pro player, where it's like his playstyle is always going to be the one where if the team loses, his plays are the most memorable, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, copy. Four
He
star.
might actually be in some trouble. Never mind. 4 star. 1 item.
Watch him get nerfed out of the copy for that.
No, I actually don't want... I have a lot of complaints about cores in the items. I want Glimmer to be either removed or nerfed, but like I love 4 star.
The silence deepens.
We're not going to have this discussion here. You know, we don't have enough time to argue. Want it removed? Like gone?
Yeah, get it out of here. I'm bored of it.
Oof. Next should be
I just don't like having to fight dust when I want to kill a support.
Yeah, we go. There we go.
It's just,
I knew it. I knew it.
it's just so boring. I want my slot.
I want my bracer for an extra little bit of strength. Really
I'm sorry, if my supports were better, then I wouldn't mind. But, you know, I was always like, oh, I'm going to just 2-shot this support. Oh, he went invis. Now I got to wait half an hour for my support to be like, oh, what? I just got to...
Is this the context where you're playing an axe and like your support is like a silencer who just
I'm playing
cannot get to the
Boom
same
axe.
place? Yeah, exactly.
Blinking through the enemy team to find the support on the back line.
Where's the
Where's my
detection?
dust?
Oh, God. That is the beautiful thing about Dota, right? It's like every role has a different perspective on the
We all
game.
hate each other. Oh.
No. Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. No. We love to hate and we hate to love, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, no, the difference in perspectives is always funny.
It's like you have 5 roles and then thousands of MMR differences, so every person's perception of the game is wildly different. You know, compare that to like a story-driven game. It's just like the story's the story, right? But Dota, it's you talk to some people, you're like, wow, today I learned. Maybe the last smoke up of the game for Runa team.
Is under attack.
You need to just killing the supports would be helpful.
Kill Medusa. Everything on Medusa. Yeah, go for it. Get it down. Everything on the Medusa. Will this plan work out? No. No, it will not. Sven is dead. Ricky Cool going for Kaori. Kaori maybe going to fall in. No, GG's being called. All right.
Yeah.
A fitting end to an entertaining but ultimately very convincing game here as Na'Vi will be taking game number 1 over Carry. Then they are going to have issues. They are going to have problems, and I don't think they have the solutions. Because as you say, Doom, it's not really that Jim will fix it spell against Medusa, so this is the problem. Great voice lining from KO. Great voice lining.
Yeah, the throwback.
I mean, in this situation, it's very good. One time of the year you can use it with in context.
Yeah, true. I do love the one-time voice line.
Nope. Doom smoke literally immediately broken by Queasy. Lasted about 30 milliseconds
30 seconds.
before Queasy came in and broke. He's just having a look around. Oh, he's denying his own ward.
There might be a ward there, guys.
Yeah, I'm not convinced they even knew about that, to be honest with you. That that's very strange. Okay. Maybe they saw him place it there on the Weaver.
Battle begins.
Either way, Queasy might go for the steal here. He's a little late though. Yeah, no, he won't. Just a bit of harassment coming out to Yuragi. 2 for 2. Ari's using the on my way feature. Oh, he cancelled it. No shenanigans happening this time around with trying to kill people on the creeps. Just a bit of blocking from Queasy. As well, so Nice, honest lanes to start off here in this game number 2. And yeah, a lot of focus going to be on mid. Nicky Cool, he's the tempo set of this game. He has to come out of the lane with something, but that's always going to be difficult in an unfavorable matchup. This one, it's not the easiest. Not super bad, but it's not the easiest. We don't see Tiny's come out ahead very often against Ember Spirits.
When Tiny gets to like high level, you'll be able to just shove the wave. But it's more about like the map game, right? Ember doesn't need to have incredible, you know, items to be able to make sweeping moves throughout the map. And Tiny, you kind of want people close to towers, and you need to make sure you have your mana available because you're using so much of it to farm it. It just feels like Ember has the easier time to be the active mid, but yeah, we'll see how it does develop. In the top lane, it actually feels like both side lanes are set up to be just constant farm, right? Doom will farm against Kunkka. There's a world in which maybe with some levels, the Doom can die to Weave and Kunkka. And then the Tide and the Medusa just... 2 just beefcakes just hitting creeps, and that's about it.
Yeah, just some beefcakes smacking down. Not really much going to be happening, I would imagine. I think in general this will be a pretty quiet laning phase. Could be wrong, but feels unlikely that anybody's going to suffer too much in these games. Ari trying to be aggressive. He's got the chicken fingers as well this game. Super annoying ability. Really good for messing with CS. Good way to secure a deny for free without having to use any mana for it. Turn somebody into a chicken. But no big snake, sadly.
Slight CS advantage again to Nobi. And only 2 to 3 per hero, but already setting the foundation of what happened in game 1 to be repeated. And just in regards to just who came out ahead, and Navi just showing that they are very, very good at maximizing the CS, playing together. Watching bot lane, also like Ari and Boom, you know, setting up the range creep deny, getting the deny, and making sure the snake didn't connect in time.
Yeah, it's a little difficult with the heroes they have, especially on support. They don't do a ton of shutting down. They don't do a ton of like prodding for this laning phase. There's Albica getting run down here. Might need some help, and well, he's not going to find it. Ooh, he actually stepped out for just a second there, but it doesn't really matter. Albica dies, Kaori dies as well. Queasy won't be getting a whole lot. It's Kaori that got the first blood though, so you're actually going to be a little disappointed about that one. Would have really liked the extra cash injection for himself. In that situation, there wasn't any leaving it. They just had to try and get it as quickly as possible because someone was about to die.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we've actually stepped out for a second. And then I feel like Kaori, if he doesn't get the Lotus, would die. I mean, to say he doesn't even use the Lotus in the end. Maybe it doesn't even matter, but...
I'm sure we'll have done if he was going to get first blooded first. Yeah, looking great for Boom down here in the bottom lane. Farming, hitting most of the creeps. He hasn't really missed many. Same with Copy in the middle lane.
Medusa, you're never going to shove out a Tide from lane. Often, like, when you pick Tide Hunter, you want to pick it in like a closing position of the draft where you can protect it, right? You don't want to see the Ursa, you don't want to see like some overwhelming amount of like a Tuscanino or something that can also threaten. But yeah, Boom is complete free farm. The aggression on both side lanes is forcing us to have the off-screen camera multiple times. No one's dying, but they're all getting poked.
Yeah, it's a stressful time for Patrick, our observer. Shackle down in the bottom side, though. They're going for Shigetsu here. Shigetsu very low. One more anchor smash will bring him down. Medusa, she's gone.
Tide killing a Medusa. You don't see that often.
You really don't, but when Ari's in the lane, he could make it happen. Shackles,
hey,
very good ability.
When Boom's in the lane, come on. Stop showing that UK bias.
No bias here, sir. Shaman's just a disgusting hero.
Yeah, go on. Try and backpedal your way out of this one.
Digging upwards.
We got you in 4K on 3 different streaming platforms.
What a plug, actually.
Yeah, no worries.
Good job.
Yeah. I won't name them because I don't know what the legality is on which one we should.
Top tower is under attack.
He senses something is wrong. Knows there's a support nearby. Doesn't really want to give him anything unnecessarily. So just kind of hanging out, waiting for the 6-minute rune as well. Going to be pretty important. So flame guard up, shoved away. Avalanche toss going to take away all of that flame guard except for one. Wow, he's got one shield at the moment, which is allowing the flame guard to stay up. There we go. Gets taken away at last. Nicky Cool getting low, but going to get himself a haste rune. Very, very nice for him.
Back in.
Yep, and there's the toss coming out. Oh, he actually tosses on to Copy though. I was fully expecting him to try to go for the crash landing, and under the tower, he's just going to die. Nicky Cool. That wasn't Nicky Cool at all. That was Nicky Lame. Now Queasy also getting chased down. Ari, though, doesn't really have the mana to do anything to him, so we'll just be eventually walking away. 6 stick charges available as well.
And he doesn't go for another right click. Didn't really show the ward either, right? Like, if he went for that final right click, would have revealed that the high ground vision was in play. But yeah, Nicky Cool gets a haste rune and he wants redemption, and unfortunately he fails miserably.
Yeah, it didn't really look good at all, but nevertheless, feeling the nerves of the qualifiers a little bit, feeling the nerves of playing against a team like Na'Vi.
Again, don't forget, guys, this is the upper bracket. If you are a Runa team fan, if they are to lose the series, they will be going to the lower bracket. Plenty of opportunities for them to still make a run inside the qualifier, to learn and to kind of shape themselves, and also for Na'Vi, if they're to drop a game, they have a game 3 to bounce back. No eliminations here this evening.
Nope, just dropping down to that lower bracket.
Against Cyber Goose, they are waiting. They are.
The geese are waiting.
They're awkwardly there.
Are out, but oh my god, okay, Doom's gonna be there from Yuragi.
And then Ari gets the kill.
Yeah, nice job, Ari. Good job.
Yeah, clean kill.
Good solo
kill.
Yeah. Hannah's mid lane is really boring. Nicky Cool comes in, shoves it. I can't help it. I mean, Patrick's also enthralled by it as well.
Talk about anything else. It's fine.
I wanted to point out how
Golem!
Oh, there's a Golem! That's exciting! Mid lane, it's all kicking off right now until the end is going to get dropped, and they're still trying to fight into this Golem. They are not respecting Kaori's Golem whatsoever, and maybe for good reason. Getting kind of low here on Ari and on Copy, but Kaori's got a Shadow Word out onto the Shaman, which is making it very difficult to actually bring him down, and Albuquerque just getting chunked at by Copy, by Kaori's Golem. And you gotta question that one. Is that really necessary to force that engagement when this Warlock's Golem's just pounding away at you the whole time? 1,200 damage, indeed, Patrick. It's too much damage.
Players always seem to forget how early Warlock can get in the Golem, and now straight back into the mid lane with the Fatal Bonds, with the Remnant and the Flame Guard. That has plenty of damage to just chip down their opponent. Again, not some explosive kill, but you get the kill.
I mean, Queasy until the end are actually doing work on the back lines, though. How much can Copy clean up here? Well, this Golem is still alive! For God's sakes. 2 fights into the Golem now. When will they learn?
I don't think they will.
Let chaos reign.
Well, he's very thematic, you know, the Ember Spirit playing around with the Golem. Pretty cool. I'm a fan.
3,000 gold lead. Oof.
They have another big ulti.
Yeah, they have
another big ulti to play with. Yeah, exactly, on Na'Vi, but they just didn't really need it that whole time. He was just like, nah, I don't need to TP him in that one. You guys got it covered.
And double supports plus Ember Spirit. Sweeping across the map, ensuring that the runes are contested. Nicky Cool got the haste rune last time. Sure, he instantly died after, but
I was going to point that out. You still don't want to give him another chance to get it.
Exactly. He's not going to dive a tier 1 instantly after that one.
Also,
like Nightfall, when he gets level 6 on Doom, he was like, go hero.
Yeah, run under tower, under tier 2. Go. One thing I do want to point out though is that it really is important that you give your Tiny some ammunition in that situation. One of the reasons why he didn't get that kill and ended up dying under that tower is because he didn't have anything to toss. Like, it is kind of on your teammate to get close enough to be a toss target there. Otherwise, the crash landing's not going to work. You're not going to get the kill onto the Ember, and then you're going to die.
Do you think there'll ever be a facet which enables Tiny to toss himself?
There's a lot of directions I could go with this T-Gun, but I am still restrained here. And I will just say, I'll just leave it at that. We're professionals and we'll move on.
Oh god.
Yeah, too
Cruel man. I was trying to be wholesome and talk about patch notes and... Well,
No
we'll see
theory
if
crafting
Nikki-
today, sir.
Welcome to the road to GI. Natus Iron is dead.
Yeah, she is a bit. Snake's committed. If it's and Golem, my god, that was that was very cruel. Not necessary. I don't know. Either way, I'll bring it down, and of course now you've got the Golem to take the wave with, to take the tower with. Ari can steal waves with the snakes if he so wishes. Is there any attack range? Oh, they don't quite have the attack range. You have to watch them walk past and give them to a stinky core instead. Unlucky.
This is a much cleaner game though from Navi. Like the lanes are efficient, the map move, going from lane to lane. Like, Runa's getting pressure top, as I say that though. This kind of shouldn't work. I'd be surprised if you kill a level 9 Tidehunter.
Yeah, with Ravage.
There are
by the way.
5
So at any point, he can just get a 5-man Ravage whenever he feels like here, by the way, guys. Here we go. Oh, whoa, 5-man Ravage coming out from Boom. That is very impressive. Nikki Cool is going to die. They're going to go looking for more. Albica on the run, on the conquer, trying to get himself out of this one, but Copy's there with the chains coming down. Ravage just catching out everybody and sending them up for a very, very smooth fight there, Navi.
It's a level 9 Tide at 12 minutes. And you're trying to kill him with like a Conquer and a Naga and a... Yeah, I'm baffled, mate. I wouldn't have expected that one.
They seem a little bit broken.
They do seem a little bit
honest.
broken, yeah. Boom has earned the right to TP anywhere, right? Like, sure, on the Axe, he'd have died, but on a Tide, mate, go to town. Do as you wish. Probably with an Arcane Rune. That is just menacing. Alright, nice toss to put the Ember behind the Shaman there, and they're gonna have to back away. Yeah, I'm intrigued to know what Twitch chat's gonna say when they see the 5-man Radiant attempt of killing a Tidehunter.
That's pretty a difficult situation because, like, there were just 5 heroes running in a Tidehunter. Obviously, he's going to press Ravage. Obviously, he's going to get a 5-man, but, like, might just not say anything, can I? Make my job very hard.
But Radiant don't do damage. Naga Siren is control, right, through Ensnare and Solo. Weaver is enabling others through Swarm. Tiny's dead mid.
Yeah, Nikki Cool has less net worth than the Warlock, so, well, very short. He actually got a wave with that toss.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Ruined your point.
Very much so. Any minute now. Any minute now. I'll repeat that one.
Go.
Tier 2 tower goes down, and, well, guess what? Nikki Cool, the Tiny, has less net worth than Kaori on the Warlock. Awful.
Powerful.
I didn't enjoy saying that at all. It's a horrible game for Runa. It's feel filthy. I'm gonna go try and... Oh, no, come on. Let them have the wisdom at least. No, absolutely not. Boom's gonna take it. Nobody is wise around here. Albica just trying to bug out and get to the bottom lane. Yuragi takes one shrine, Boom takes the other. Now rich in XP. I love watching the sharp drop in the XP graph whenever they take the wisdoms. Shorty, nice catch here. And then with the Golem coming down on top of them as well, it's good damage, but they've got the Song to disengage with, so Golem not really going to be able to do a whole lot, although they're still chasing, and Ember Spirit still got plenty of juice left in the tank, going to be able to catch out until the end, going to force out the mirror image, and nice little torrent there, just going to hold back Yuragi as well, so no Doom down onto anybody. They will back away. That's what you want to see from the Naga Siren, the reset button coming out.
Yeah, unfortunately, the best place so far of Runa team in the game was running away with Song.
Yeah. I mean, it's why they picked it.
Yeah, I haven't spoke about Shigetsu too much, but he will be getting the Manta shortly. But after Manta, is there enough room on the map when you're 10,000 gold bound to use the illusions of effectively to
Radiant's bottom tower is under
generate enough
attack.
gold. Is it a butterfly game? Is it a Skadi game? It already feels like you want to see a Daedalus as quick as possible, but to get to Daedalus, you need at least one of the items I just mentioned. So if Runa team are to win this game, they need their Medusa to ignore them as much as possible. The team has to buy as much time, make movement happen. That is so hard against Shadow Shaman and Warlock. When they go to a fight, it's their fight. That's Nagasari. Does actually die in base.
Didn't quite make it out without TP, unfortunately.
Died to the Mage Slayer tick, I believe. 14 damage in base. Bad man.
Well, Boom got the kill, so must have just been a bit of delayed damage from.
Oh
like
no,
Smash
yeah,
or
in that case
something.
it was tied, yeah. Wait, how does
Yeah.
that? How does his body?
I mean, it
base
just
him?
sometimes happen where your body just
Yeah,
leaves.
true.
Your soul is already dead.
Yeah, I didn't see who killed the Naga. Whoopsie. I was like, what's the only dot on him inside base? Alright, check, Ember. I could have done the easy answer just because entering on or tight killed him. So I went for the hard answer and failed.
This game is very much on the tracks right now for Na'Vi. There is not too much left in it. Runa, it all comes down to their Nagasari.
Sorry, what?
Down to Nagasari at all. It
The
all comes
mana
down to their
boots
Medusa.
Nagasari.
Yeah. Can she carry them? Probably not.
She just has to hit Deluge 30 times. Oh wait, yeah. Were you aware of the bug that happened last night during like 2 pubs?
What, the wards?
Yeah. Were you playing Dota at the time?
No, I was watching from the sidelines.
It was hilarious. You just like randomly playing, and my enemy Pudge just whipped out 122 observer wards. And like, I'm in a ranked game. He gets 122. I thought I was being polite by only taking 16. You know, I was like,
I'll
if they're
tip it.
doing it, I'll do it. I'll
So
chime
then
in.
you
Why
just
not?
get a gem and just like free farm the map.
That's what we did. This was the enemy team had a Lina. So it's like, you want to find the Lina, right? But they had a gem and 120 billion wards. It was very funny, but at the expense of my MMR, what can you do? But maybe that's what Runa team needs. It's like gift from Gaben, like a patch to drop mid game that
Is under attack.
makes like mana shield, like never lose mana or something. It is looking.
That seems like the only
Unfortunately, very
hope at this
despair.
point.
Yeah.
Seems very, very scary at this point as well.
They just don't have a
Radiance
damage
and an
item. That's
Aegis.
my big concern. Like normally at this stage, when the game has slowed down this much, you often look to a hero and go, okay, they're slowing the game down because there's an item on the horizon, right? Nagasari sings to keep herself alive, but the Tiny has a blink dagger, that's it. The Kunkka bought a pipe. Sure, you're gonna keep the team alive, not very effective with the Medusa, right? And Medusa has only Manta. She's looking at Mjolnir. So it's like, bleh. Everything still feels like it's up in the air for this team. Where Na'Vi, you click across every hero, it's like, I can kill you on any hero, anytime, anywhere. They need to keep dodging as much as possible.
Yeah, they absolutely do. Get your Medusa some time to get online, get her items. He's going for this Mjolnir. Now, the Mjolnir's decent, but like it really becomes good when you get the Aghanims as well, I feel. So,
Yeah. It's nice having little procs on, or increasing the chance of having a proc active for Medusa. There we go. That's where we're
yeah,
letting it.
you get one pretty much as long as there's enough targets. You always actually get one. Right, which is kind of cool.
Radiant's top tower is under
Till the
attack.
end, gonna be okay this time around. Doesn't have to spend too much to get out of that one. Song kill on still on cooldown, of course, so a little bit tricky now. So, Serpent wards attacking the tower. Boom attacking the tower. Yuragi attacking the tower. They don't want to give this Medusa a chance to farm up back into this game. Shigetsu forced to come back and start pecking away, but she is doing absolutely nothing to these two big boys at the front. Boom and Yuragi just do not care about this Medusa. Snake Lady being allowed to do whatever she wants here. Yeah, Gorgon's Grasp away. Throw out your Mystic Snakes. It does not matter. Melee Barrack's going to get taken. Aegis still up on the Doom, but Ray actually wanted to go for the Manta.
get rid of Ensnare, you can get rid of the Medusa route as well. That's nice, that's good move speed. You already have the critical strike from the Alpha Wolf that you consumed. So any move speed to get you into the fight to then apply those crits will be nice.
Yeah, that is true. And of course, you've got the illusions with the radiance on them to split push waves for you. So right
The build was kind of
Tormented, go to Warlock.
the pack leader aura was, I believe, like pioneered by Amar, at least in pro play. But he would go for like S and Y. And then the carry players looked at him and went, wait a second, this is really good. Especially with the innate, right? Where because you're higher level than your enemy, you do more damage. So you have the crit plus the additional 25% damage that you have from level pain. Doom carry in a snowball game is just a monster.
Yeah. That's way more damage than anybody expects. And has the
Tiny is
available
still
as well.
lower net worth than Warlock, by the way. I kind of expected that.
Ugh.
You know, 7 tosses later and Nikki calls back at it, but no.
But the shard contributes to your net worth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kaori just got like a free injection of 1,000 gold.
Not my, no, let's not talk about facts here, no matter. We're trying
Okay,
to sell the
sorry,
narrative
yeah, he's
here.
just out
Yeah.
farming him. Hitting more creeps.
Well, Navi's in a better position to provide the shard to their Warlock, you know?
Yes, absolutely.
Donations also... Oh, toss back. Very small toss.
Yeah. On to Boom. Boom doesn't... I mean, he's starting to care. He's getting low. Torrent's going to catch him out as well. Okay, maybe. Boom might be going down here. He's got the Ravage available still, though. And he's just going to leave. He's going to walk away. Ooh, I wish I could walk away from my problems like that.
Oh, what a
Shigetsu,
war trap.
Oh, no. He's stuck. They will swing and kill off the snake to get the Medusa out of there, but Shigetsu is now so low. Copy jumping in deep. Ravage from Boom as well. It's not enough to finish off Albaca or Shigetsu. Yes, it is. Copy gets in and doesn't get dragged back into the fountain, surfing on the steps of the Radiant base. Ari might have taken a step too far forward and, well, will be killed off for it. So they'll lose somebody at least. Yuragi's still focusing on this base. Attacking away at the ranged. Boom going to come back in and start getting away at the melee. Another toss back though, this time onto Yuragi. 6 seconds
seconds,
left
4 seconds.
on that Aegis. This could get awkward. Nah, he's going to die.
Ooh, okay, to one to the jump. Woo!
Yeah, looks a little difficult now for the side of Runa, but they're going to start buying back on heroes and forcing Na'Vi out. And a copy. Oh, Boom's in. Boom says, oh, actually, you know what? Miss Conker, he could die. A nice little wave coming out from him, but Albaca does indeed go down, so Boom gets his target. Medusa still just hitting away from the sidelines, though. Medusa's getting off a fair amount of damage, and now the Spirit Vessel coming back onto Copy. Copy, he's gone. That is an Orchid coming out for Queasy, by the way. Catching out Copy. This could be a big turnaround here. They're going to look over towards Doom as well. Yuragi on the run, needs to get himself away. He's got the Manta available in just 2 seconds. Nikki, cool. He's gone again. They'll drag Boom back in. Shigetsu still has the mana to work with. Is still a threat, but she is getting so very low. But a second Stone Gaze coming out as this fight has lasted so damn long. Boom. Can they finally bring him down? I don't think so. Queasy, though, finding Ari on the backlines as Weaver being an absolute menace now coming back to try to deal with Boom, try to help the team take out this big damn tide. The Swarm gonna help out, get down the armor, get them in the damage, and Boom will finally fall. Shigetsu gets the kill, gets the 500 gold. That was a little bit messy, but a ton of buybacks coming out from Runa at the same time as well.
Yes, the Medusa had the buyback, the Kunkka had the buyback, the Tiny had the buyback, the Naga Siren had the buyback, and the Weaver didn't. So, but they eventually killed the Tidehunter. Signs of life for Runa team, and that's why, at least for Runa team, they're going to be like, imagine if the lanes went a little bit better. Why couldn't we get to this stage of the game where, you know, the Tiny's tossing people back and our high ground defense is formidable? Of course, Na'Vi, they really had to dive there. The start of that engagement all was because the Tide got brought really, really low, but with multiple buffs from the Warlock, the Solar Crest, the Glimmer, the Shadow Word as well for the heal, they kept him alive, and he didn't want to Ravage. When it looked like he had a multi-hero Ravage, the Naga Siren was in a position where she just sunk, and then Ravage was wasted. So there was a reason why Boom didn't initially use the Ravage, but the fact that it took so long to then take the dive at least gave Runa team a way to fight. But you died, you had 4 buybacks, all spells are available for Na'Vi. It would be shocking to think that Na'Vi can lose this game, right? Like, they just have to run it down a lane together, kill any of the heroes that have buyback, and they're going to be in a really good spot. Already, they're finding the backline. with Ari on the Shadow Shot.
This is good. This is good. Pressure to fatigue coming through as well. Matt is going to lock down
Another
Ari,
McLaren.
but he's still going to get himself away. Running down the river as a chicken very, very quickly. Shigetsu coming in to get Kaori. Just trying to run back to his team, actually, who are behind at the Medusa at the moment. This is getting awkward. They're running out of mana on the Medusa here. She's getting off good clicks, but it's not enough. Ari locks her down. Uriaki gets him killed, and that is GG. 25 minutes. Uragi, an absolute demon on the Doom. And they do take down Runa after all.